How are you feeling?
You know, as we were just saying, we were not expecting this. We were up for our first award tonight that we've ever really entered for, and we won it. Yeah. So I think we're feeling really grateful, and I think really grateful to our partners at Jansport, to our amazing team, which Ari worked on, who made this award come to fruition, and the amazing disabled creators that were a part of this campaign to create adaptive technologies that meaningfully support communities that are often overlooked is really meaningful to us. And the fact that we get to do this work is just a huge honor, and to be recognized for it tonight is something that we don't take lightly, because we know that we are living in times, right, where we need more diverse voices to be at the forefront, and we're just grateful to be here and to have a seat at the table.
Definitely. How do you feel like winning this award inspires your future endeavors?
Working at JUV Consulting, it's been very interesting for me, especially running the influencer marketing department, working with creators and learning from them what their experiences are like working with brands. And I think especially for the disabled community on TikTok, they are often very overlooked, and very rarely do they get the same opportunities that other content creators are given. So working on a campaign like this and hearing directly from them what's missing, what they wish people understood, what ways we can better serve them, it's really put into perspective for me, myself, and how I want to make sure that influencer marketing continues to grow and be a more diverse place, and be more reflective of the world that we live in today. And so it's just really inspired me to continue to go deeper, be more creative with my sourcing lists, and encourage brands that we're working with to do the same, and make sure that their partners are really reflective of the community today and their consumers as well.
Definitely. I feel like I could talk to both of you forever, but I'm just going to ask you one more question. But what do you feel like people misunderstand about you the most, or about your campaign the most?
Well, I think that oftentimes there's an assumption that we can do this work with just talking about rather than talking to. And I think what's really important about this work is that it centered the voices of the affected, right? That we're never doing work without including in the communities that we're talking about. And right, that was why it was so important. And when Ari got up on stage, she's saying the creators' names and saying to follow them, right? Like, we're not just saying like, hey, we're talking about our community, we're gonna bring that community into these rooms and into these conversations that we're having always. And so I think a misunderstanding is that a white paper is a meaningful replacement for talking about folks. That's why we exist as JUV Consulting, right? So that if we're having conversations about Gen Z, they're not just about us, they're to us, they're with us, right? And that's really why we exist and why we do the work that we do. And I think that beyond that, a big misconception is that I think innovation is progress inherently, right? And I think why this campaign is so meaningful is that I think there's a conflation between innovation and progress. Not everything new is better, right? But something new can be better when it's built with an intentionality and it's built with purpose. And this adaptive campaign that Jansport built, the first of its kind from a mainstream retailer, right? To build a backpack for folks who are using wheelchairs is transformative, right? It should not have taken this long to get here, right? And I think that's what we always find, is that because we're so obsessed with innovation that's oriented around a profit motive rather than meaningfully solving problems that marginalized communities are facing, we are all worse off, right? Because we are all best off when we solve for the problems the most marginalized among us are facing, right? And I think that we have a real misconception about what good innovation looks like, because I think the best innovation comes from solving problems that real people are facing. And we're proud to have worked on a campaign that solved a real problem that people were facing, that platformed real voices that are being underheard, and then inshallah, God willing, made folks better off.